Hey everyone, and welcome to another review. I've got one more, or not review, but wrap-up video. I do like these shorter videos, so I do have one more coming up after this that I think is going to be the shortest out of the reviews. I just don't know the order they're going to go live. So this is for those who participated in the GreekGodAthon or who were interested but didn't, and things like that. I saw the announcement for this on, was it Bookish Buddies? I'll definitely have the channel link below, or I'll try and remember to. I'm pretty sure I will. But, yeah, so I'll have information in there. Okay, so with the GreekGodAthon, there were several co-hosts as well. And it was basically divided into two teams. Were you team chaos or were you team control, depending on the god that you wanted to pledge your allegiance to, or allegiance to. And then it was based off of points. I have not added up my points, but we can do that while I'm doing this. So there are 5 prompts I was able to do. So I pledged my allegiance to the god Poseidon, god of the sea, because I love water. I just have this fear when I can't see the bottom and I don't know what's under me. So, but I love the water, so I went with Poseidon. That's it. So for Team Poseidon, so if you pledged for Poseidon, that meant you were on Team Chaos. So for Team Chaos, there was a total of 7 gods, so 7 prompts. Out of those 7, I completed 4 prompts. There is a 5th book that I am including, and that actually went over to fulfill the prompt for a god on Team Control. So you don't get as many points for that one. So, you get 5 points for each prompt that you fulfill for your team. Unless it's the prompt for your god, then you get 10 points. And if you fulfill a prompt for a god on the opposite team, it's 3 points. So let's go ahead and do with the one for the opposite team. I'm just turning the page over real quick. Okay. So, the book that I read was for Dionysus, I'm guessing, which is Sinful Ecstasy. It says, read a guilty pleasure. I'm torn. I can see why people like to say guilty pleasures, but the way I see it is it's like, you know what, you read what you like to read. Read what you want. It doesn't have to be a guilty pleasure. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. To a point I understand, but then I don't understand. But then, am I really fully understanding the term or not fully? I don't know. Anyway, it's just a mess. So I'm like, okay, something I like to read that you wouldn't expect a lot of adults to be reading. That's how I kind of interpreted it. And it is what it is. So, I am using the book Razzle Dazzle Unicorn, and that's by Dana Simpson. It's the 4th book in the Phoebe and Her Unicorn series. It's like a comic. I guess graphic novel would be the best way to describe it rather than a comic book. I don't know. I'm still learning all these terms, but yeah, it just follows Phoebe, who's in like 2nd or 3rd grade. And she ends up as a best friend with a unicorn. So anyway, gave it 4 stars. Very cute. Loved it. Again, 4th in the series. So that was 3 points because that Dionysus, I don't know, is on the opposite team. So, okay. Now, the next 4 books that I completed fit prompts for Team Chaos, which is what I was on because I selected Poseidon as my god. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the list for ones that I did complete. I'm not going to worry about talking about the ones I did not. So, because they're kind of pointless, in my opinion. Just whatever. Anyway, so the prompts I were able to fulfill, one was for the prompt for Aries, which is War on Words. That's to read a book with war. And I read Pawn of Prophecy, and that's by David Eddings. It's the first in a series, the Belgariad series. I gave this one 4 stars. Absolutely loved it. Didn't quite hit the 5-star mark, but it is very much a high, like maybe like if I did I'm starting to sometimes do like 3.25, 3.75, etc. This one would be like a 4.75. That's how much I liked it. So it was just shy of the 5-point mark. But I'm just doing 4 stars right now. So anyway, so the first book, there's like a prologue and there is talk of the war, and then the main body of the book is like a build-up, and the tension is rising, and the build-up and the very starting hints of the war is starting. I am going to count that one. So I got 5 points for that one. So that brings me to 8 points, because again, the one I mentioned before that was only 3 points. This one was 5. Okay. And then, so I'm up to 8 points with those 2 books. The next one I read completed the prompt for Artemis, which was The Hunt, and that is to read a highly anticipated book. For this one, I was anticipating the Cozy Mystery Lending a Paw. Again, I gave that, well, I'm saying again if you've seen the other videos, but I am giving this one 5 stars. This was written by Lori Cass. It's the first in an ongoing series, the Cat Bookmobile Mystery Series. I think the 10th book is said to come out this year. I just don't have a date yet. But Lending a Paw, so a highly anticipated read, that was worth 5 points. So 13 points is what I am at with those books. Okay. And then, okay, so the next prompt I was able to fulfill. I'm going to save the one for My God last. I did complete the prompt for him. So the prompt for Zeus, that one I did complete, and that was lightning quick. So read a cover by book. Okay. People Like Her I got from Book of the Month, but I selected it based on its cover. That was written by Ellery Lloyd. I gave it 3 points. This is one of the ones that I did give a quarter star to, so 3.75 stars. I'm starting to do that more and more, but 3.75, and I do like the idea of that. Really wish Goodreads would do that. So that one was worth another 5 points, so that brought me up to 18 points. Now, for the prompt for Poseidon, this one I was able to complete as well, and that is Endless Ocean, read a book with water elements. So that one I read The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Gave that one 4 stars. And again, I keep saying again because I've talked about this one a couple of times, but I listened to the audiobook while I read the physical book. I have never heard anyone pronounce the name differently other than saying Evelyn Hardcastle. But with listening to the audiobook, and you would think that the narrator would be saying things correctly because they get hired by the author or the publishing company. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but you would think that they would be able and should be saying things correctly. So I'm going to assume the narrator was saying it correctly. So it's not Evelyn Hardcastle, it's Evelyn Hardcastle, according to the narrator. And I'm assuming the narrator got it right. So, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Because this fulfilled the prompt for Poseidon, which is the god that I pledged my allegiance to, that means I get 10 points. So I have a whopping 28 points for the GreekGodAthon. Not very much, but you know what? Even if you read one prompt for the whole readathon, I count that as a win. You know, even if you don't finish the book, at least you're reading. That's the big thing. Just read. Read what you like. And if the prompt is what says helps you pick out a book to read and you're enjoying what you're reading, even if it's a page a day, excellent. So I did read those 5 books, ended up with 28 points, so not too bad. But yeah, so that'll be it for this one. If you participated in the GreekGodAthon, let me know what team you were on. Were you on Team Chaos, Team Control, and which god did you pledge your allegiance to? So again, I went with Poseidon just because I love water. So that'll be it for this review. So until next time, not review, wrap up. That's it for this wrap up. I've done enough of these videos today. I think I'm gonna call it good here. So that'll be it. Until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.